Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Arsenic and Espresso, a podcast where we rarely drink coffee, but we always talk about metal music. And tonight we are reacting to something really out of our norm.
Yeah, it kind of goes along with something that we've been wanting to do for a while, though, which is explore non-American, non-European metal. So this came to us, though, from our Instagram. Is that right?
Yeah. So our good friend Derek messaged me on our Arsenic and Espresso podcast Instagram page. Feel free to follow us there if you want. And he sent me an article from Metal Injection, and it is 6 Indigenous metal bands you need to know about. And he sent it to me the day after Indigenous Peoples Day. And so it's kind of the perfect timing to introduce ourselves and our viewers to one of these bands on this day after Indigenous Peoples Day. Several of these bands have been around for a very long time. A handful of them have not put out new music in over a decade. And their music is actually really difficult to find. Several of them don't have anything on Spotify, have only like cell phone videos on YouTube of people like from their concerts.
Music videos.
Yeah, as far as music videos go. 2 of the bands, however, did have YouTube channels with actual music videos. And so that's what we will be focusing on. But we will definitely link this article in the description box below so you can check out the other bands. There is a band from our home state of New Mexico, and there's a band from our new home state, region of the Pacific Northwest. And so, I highly encourage you to click on that link, read about these bands.
Yeah. So with that being said, though, let's go ahead and jump into this first band.
Their name is Cemican. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize if I'm not. It is from the Nahuatl language.
Is this the Mexican tribe or?
Yes, so they represent pre-Hispanic indigenous cultures of Mexico. And the word Cemican, I looked it up several times to see if I could find a pronunciation, and Google was like, I don't know what you're talking about. But it means the duality of life and death. Okay. So tonight we will be reacting to the song I apologize for my pronunciation because I know it's going to be wrong. Guerreros de Cemican by the band Cemican. I'm super hyped for it. Don't know what to expect.
That's perfect.
Let's just dive right in. Oh, that gave me chills.
Rolling down a little bit so you guys can see the English subtitles too.
This is not at all the sound I expected to hear.
No?
Not at all.
What were you expecting?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I don't know what I was expecting. But I am surprised.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah. flute in the background. You can hear that. All right, so this has, I mean, it sounds very heavy metal, very like thrash or like speed metal, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite speed metal, but yeah,
Or
it has that.
like teetering on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's not what I was expecting either.
No, I don't know what I was expecting.
Thinking about like the folk metal, I was thinking more folky type of metal.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
And I mean, it has a flute in there, but I mean, folk metal's more than just adding a flute, right?
Yeah, this is definitely more that like thrash metal sound, and it's a really like jarring duality to hear that sound with this traditional imagery, with their traditional headdresses and war paint on. You expect to be hearing traditional music, and you're not at all.
Yeah, I was expecting to hear more of like the drum circle type sound. Like
yes, it's
I
incredible.
Really like it.
The drummer is so eclectic.
Yeah,
like he's so into it. But okay, and the vocalist too. His vocals are again so far from traditional folk music. Right. And I just have to get that out of my head. I think it's in my head because, the article calls them a folk metal band.
Yeah.
And so I have that word stuck in my head, and I need to just like.
You need to listen to it as if it's metal.
Exactly.
Or I guess maybe like a, I don't know, like a black metal, like death metal.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
Is more closely what I would say.
For sure.
Yeah.
On an unrelated note, I bet it was so cool for all of those men to come together, and everyone was just like, you're going to have to act like you're killing each other.
Oh, I bet
like you're going to have to battle.
They must have had a blast.
That would have been so amazing.
It would have been fun.
When they have the multiple voices doing that same scream.
That was dope. But the vocals, the way that they're layered and mixed, I like that a lot.
And the harmony that just happened, like the sound was so full and so rich. But I am still stuck on this music video. Like this would have just been the coolest thing to film.
Good solo.
And the drums behind it, oh my gosh.
That's cool.
Oh, chills. Oh my God.
Okay. Here's the sound I was thinking was going to be throughout.
Yeah, like the super traditional drums.
So that sounds like a didgeridoo, right?
Yeah. That was amazing.
That was dope.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
That was so good.
And then Death there at the end pointing at you.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so intense.
What is it? Right. Also, I think I saw like 6 different flutes.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. This like the sound of the traditional flutes in the background of the entire song was like chilling almost. I don't know. Traditionally speaking, Mexican cultures are known for their depictions of death, and it's not something that's shied away from. And I remember learning about Aztecs in particular and their like celebration of death rather. And so like even at the end where like the battle is over, they've won, but they still have someone come to release the souls of the dead.
Yeah.
So like even though they beat their enemy, they are still honoring,
and that's something that's like
their life.
A theme throughout all of like Native American culture. Is that honoring of death and that passing, and like what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really powerful. It's really moving. And I learned recently, because I'm doing my best to educate myself on things that I have mislearned in the past. So growing up, I always believed Aztecs and Mayans to be based on, I mean, this was based off what I read, like in National Geographic and stuff, that they were these like bloodthirsty tribes of people who would go out and torment, and the human sacrifices and everything was like
extremely brutal,
and really hyper focused on like the human sacrifices that would happen,
like a bloodlust.
Yeah. And that is how these people groups were portrayed in history. And I learned recently, it wasn't until after like colonization began through Mexico, when like you had the Spaniards come in, that these tribes became violent. American history tells you is like these tribes of people were incredibly violent. Well, they were incredibly violent trying to protect themselves. Anyway, history lesson. We can talk about the music again. But it's really incredible to see bands embracing their nearly forgotten cultures.
Yeah.
And bringing it to the forefront of this mainstream media.
Yeah.
Right? Before, like up until recently, I took pride in the knowledge I had gleaned on my own about Aztec culture. As a child, it was something I was obsessed with, and I loved learning about it. I loved reading about it. And to find out how much of it that I do know is wrong, right? But now is completely whitewashed,
yeah.
Right? But to see this band and to see their music and to hear their music and the passion and the culture behind it is really moving for me anyway. I hope it was moving for everyone else. I'm going to see if I can find lyrics. I'm going to see if I can find an English translation of the lyrics. So, Guerreros de Cemican by Cemican. Defenders of the earth and our great truth, the universe, our duality, we are the warriors of Cemican. Come on, our blood of fire, exalted pride, we travel with the wind, we are the children of the sun. Our bronze skin, warriors of life, defenders of the earth and our great truth. Monsters birthed by the cosmos, walkers without fatigue, obsidian gaze, warriors. Chosen with sounds of death, deities in the veins, Nahules at night, warriors. Oh, so it's probably Nahuales. Yeah, Nahuales at night. Warriors. We are warriors of Cemican. The universe, our duality. We are the truth among cruelty. Blood and rituals, they cook. We are warriors of Cemican. We are warriors of Cemican. This reminds me of, like the theme of the song reminds me of Wolf Totem by The Who. The HU, The Who.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Do you remember that song? And it's really exalting like their culture and where they came from, and celebrating who they are and what it has taken to get them where they are. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I think I said everything.
Okay.
I liked
cool
it.
Beans. Well, I hope you guys liked it as much as we did. We will be reacting to one of the other bands from this article, and we will also post the Metal Injection article in the description box below. So please go check out these other bands, show them support, and learn something new along with us. On that note, I suppose we say goodbye.